Oh yeah. we gotta. There we go. Jane, look, we did it. We're sitting on the floor. We're ready to record. I didn't. You know.
This is not the intro, but don't worry about it.
I'm sorry. Is it the wrong dog?
That's okay. I got it.
I'm bad.
There we go.
Even Wesley looks disappointed in me.
Welcome everyone to How You Holdin' Up, where I, Jane,
And I, Dagny,
explore the wonderful world of media and how it's held up. But first, Dagny, how you holding up?
I'm holding up pretty good. I live in a new apartment now. And now that I'm out of that old apartment, I could, because I don't think my mom listens to this podcast, talk about the murder that happened at my old apartment. That's like really blast from the past, not prevalent to how I'm doing right now.
I feel like people still want to hear about it, though.
There was, I'll do the very shortened version. It was a Saturday afternoon. I was taking a shower, midday, 2 p.m., and I hear
2 p.m.
pop, 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 pop. And it was very scary. I was naked and afraid because it was right outside my window. And my boyfriend and I always joked that one of our neighbors, well, there were like 3 different.
Sorry, pause.
What?
You were naked in the shower?
I know.
Without
gross.
me?
Sorry.
What? Where's my hug? Without me, bro?
Sometimes I have to shower without you.
All right, sorry.
No. That's fair. Forgive me.
But you heard a couple
Heard some pops, and we'd always joked that these guys who were a little sketchy, but always pleasant, like they smiled, but they did have the nicest cars I've ever seen in my life in our tiny little 1-bedroom complex. And then they would have meetings in the parking lot at like 12 p.m., 1 a.m. in little circles and whispering. So we were like, oh, they're probably not part of some mafia. Twist, they were part of a mafia. And
Double
it was
twist.
A hit, double twist. And it was a hit against one of the guys in the middle of the day. But I no longer live there, so now I can, share that story with the world.
What you were really scared about was, your boyfriend wasn't in the apartment when it happened.
Oh, yeah. Skated over that. That's why it was ultra scary. From the shower, I was like, John! Because I was like, that wasn't a car backfiring. Those were gunshots for sure. And then my man didn't respond. And I was like, well, fuck. When I got in the shower 3 minutes ago, he was in the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And when the guy got shot outside, this is going to get a little sad. But a woman screamed, a man's been shot.
Mm-hmm.
Nondescript. Could have been any man. It could have been my man.
Yeah.
And I got out of the shower. Sure as hell, John wasn't in the apartment. And it turns out he was taking the recycling down. And he opened the door, heard the gunshots, and said, I think I'll still take the recycling down.
That's crazy. That is the ultimate, like, to me, that's the ultimate difference between men and women. Although, like, this is a stereotype, obviously, and people can be different, but, like, I feel like women, we have this, like, just feminine inner monologue of, like, safety first, because the world is out to get us left and right.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the ultimate, like,
So, I'll be
juxtaposition fine. Of, I heard gunshots. It's fine. It's not for me. It's not for
They're not coming for me.
Couldn't be for me.
Yeah. So that was wild. And then we had already been looking for a new apartment before then. And then after that, I was like, we should get a little more serious and find a place. And that was about 3 months ago. And we'd been looking for like over a year for an apartment. But we finally found one.
This apartment is dope. I'm very jealous.
We have a washer and dryer.
I'm jealous, but like not in a bad way. Like not in a...
You're welcome anytime.
Not in an evil eye way. More in like a... Ooh, can't wait for this to be my kind of reality.
Kill us?
What?
Oh, your kind of reality.
Oh,
I see.
No.
Kill us for the apartment.
You're gonna skill us? I mean...
no, at one point, the room that we're in right now is where my desk is set up, but I will have like a daybed in here.
I thought you were
going to
be like, at one point, the room we're in right now, someone got murdered.
In the room where the man was murdered. No, but it'll be nice and cozy. Anyway, the people listening can't see this room that we're in or my apartment and probably don't give a shit. But mentally, I'm pretty exhausted. I moved, and then I worked, and then I went to Vegas for like 48 hours. Won money. That was fun. I had never gambled before, and I won $180 on one thing. And then I was like, I'm done.
Don't tell all your secrets, though, because you save them for the next episode.
Because we're not, we're not recording episodes back to back tonight, but no, we would never.
Oh. What?
I'm doing great. Jane, how are you holding up?
I'm also not doing so great. This week has been kind of crazy. I started my improv classes. I'm at the like highest level for improv at Growlings.
Brag.
Which sounds like a brag, but it's actually like sweet torture. It's so fucking hard, but I want to tell a little story.
Please do.
About what happened to me, because I guess like, okay, I'm going to preface this by saying like I find fart jokes funny. And my friends,
everyone with a good sense of humor does.
Thank you. And I feel like my friends know that like I love to do like I just shit myself joke, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really think that like was bleeding into my professional / school life. Anyways, we've had like a regular teacher for 2 of our classes, and then the other 2 we've had a substitute. Which, by the way, that is so telling of like neither one of those teachers has known me long enough for me to say what I'm about to say. But anyways, I get up last class in front of my like actual like routine teacher, not the sub, and we're doing a scene, and it's an Irish music scene. You have to pick random music, and then you do like a meet cute improv through that music. And ours was like Irish jig, whatever. So I'm doing the dance, and I'm like, I call this one the pee dance. You know, I've got to pee because I'm like crossing my legs. And the guy's like, nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, and it was a really fun scene, and we had a really good time doing it. And my teacher goes, great, that was really fun. You do have a pattern though, Jane, of doing, you know, these kinds of jokes. And I was like, what kind of jokes? Like at first I didn't even hear what he said. I was like, what? And he's like, you have a pattern of doing like I heard from the substitute that it's like a thing for you, like to do shit jokes. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
That's what you took away? How many shit jokes did you do in the class
Just
before?
so you guys know, I cannot remember a person's name for shit, but I can remember events like a fucking elephant. Like I have really good memory. I know every improv that we did in all the classes so far.
I believe it.
And so I know exactly how many times I did a shit myself joke, and it was one improv. And it was one with the substitute. It was one fucking joke. I think maybe I did one where someone recommended that I have a stomach ache. So I was like, I'm going to fart. Okay. Like if someone, and that was a recommendation I had to take.
And that's normal.
So in my head, I'm like,
farts are funny.
I'm like, number one, Laird McIntosh was our substitute. I'm like, number one, Laird, you're a liar. Okay. Way to paint me like the fucking villain.
Yeah. She's like,
number two, what a weird criticism, and what a strange thing to say in front of the entire class. And what a fucking, like, everyone in the class is like, what? Wait, what? And I was like, do I really? And he's like, I'm just, passing down the notes I was given. And I was like, okay, cool. So at the end of class, we all have to say like what we did well, what our intention was, and what we failed at. And so when he was like, and what'd you fail at, Jane? I was like, I guess talking about not shitting myself. And it went well, and everybody laughed and stuff. But I was just like, what is happening? So anyways, I guess this bleeds into my personal life. Everybody knows I love a good shit joke. But that was a nice little story for how I'm doing, and I've been taking those classes.
It reminded me, before we get into anything, it's just very similar thing
so
to
romantic.
it. I know. We're laying in a small room with a lamp on the floor.
We're just snuggled up.
I know. I'm like, it's so cozy. I just saw it wasn't a TikTok, it was an Instagram reel.
Oh,
shocking. Instagram reel today, where a girl was like, I was going to meet my I'm seeing this new guy and I'm going to like meet his new friends, and I could tell on the way there he was like trying to hype himself up to ask me something, and I thought he was going to ask if I wanted to be his girlfriend, and it was really cute. He was getting all nervous and then he finally got up the courage and he said, "Can you stop saying you're going to kill yourself all the time?" And she realized that she made jokes about killing herself constantly. So that's what your part. And
she triggered the shit out of him.
Jokes, really.
Well, you know what? It hasn't bothered anyone apparently until
yeah, you're.
But anyways, today's episode, guys, jumping quick into it. Today's episode is about She's All That.
She is all that.
And it's a rom-com from 1999, and it's got a fucking start. Excuse me.
Jane, what the fuck?
I don't know why I even looked away with the mic pointed at my mouth. It didn't do anything.
The mic with you.
I brought the mic with me. I'm so sorry. You know what? I want to bring you guys always with me on all my adventures, whether you want it or not. This is the kind of
episode you get after a work day on a Thursday night.
They like it.
They do.
This is gonna sound really like narcissistic of me.
No.
You know what? When you preface it that way, it usually when people, it is. I have listened to some of our podcasts back, like in the car, just to be like an outside observer. Like, what do we sound like?
We're funny.
We're funny. And I was like, there's no way. Because when I'm listening, I listen back to these guys when I edit them, or like when I just try to shorten them or cut them down. Believe me, I do try to cut them down. And it's not the same as when you're, like...
I want you to know that Jane just quietly gestured and said, "Cover your mic," and then ripped apart. It's coming out both ends right now.
Oh my god, that made me cry. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You were saying we're really funny.
I'm just listening to it back and I was like, we have a really good rapport, but that was way better.
We are funny, and farts are funny. Your teachers are stupid.
Yeah, what the fuck, guys?
That was funny. I'm curious what that sounded like. The record. I hope it picked it up.
Play it back.
It was so loud.
I really didn't think it was gonna be that loud. I was like, cover the mic, it'll be fine. It was like, oh.
Oh god. Okay.
Anyways, she's all that. Let's talk about pretty women in disguise. Me.
Yeah, she just had glasses. That was all.
Well, yeah, and there's a similarity to that and the other movie we'll talk about in our next episode, which is Mystery Man, which is, I love the joke of like, you take her glasses off and all of a sudden she's hot, except in She's All That, it's very much like, it's like a truth they're trying to play versus in Mystery Men, they're like, this is the joke.
Yeah. But it didn't, I feel like you told me, isn't She's All That like where that stereotype started?
Yeah, so like all the is it scary movies or all the
like all the parody movies? But
all the
John
parody
showed
movies?
me Not Another Teen Movie. We didn't watch all of it, but he pulled up a bunch of clips right after I watched She's All That, and I'd never seen it before.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, this is just like ripping off exactly this movie because it's like the OG.
Yes, exactly. But so this is a star-studded cast. I mean, Kieran Culkin, what the hell? Young little baby
Academy
boy.
Award winner.
Yeah, Academy Award winner fucking Kieran Culkin plays the brother in this movie. Freddie Prinze Jr., Anna Paquin also. Just a lot of like, what's his name? He passed away.
Passed away.
Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah, he's like the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name. It's escaping me right now.
I'll read the cast list to you guys in a second.
Also
but
the scary movie guy who's also in Scooby-Doo and also in...
Oh my god. Yes.
He's going to be
Matthew Lillard. I fucking love him.
He's so good.
He's so good in this. And also just Matthew Lillard, you have my heart. You are so hot. Even when you play like a dumb idiot, you're still...
Yeah. He's so charming. I'm a big fan. My fucking cat. It's just...
I love Wesley. By the way, that wasn't me farting. That was me going because his tail was in my mouth.
Her mouth. He's a very fluffy boy.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, so basically, if you haven't seen She's All That, you're lame and you need to watch it. It's from the 90s. It was an extremely successful film for its time. So I looked up the budget for the film and it was 10 million. It made 103 million in box office.
God.
So she did good.
Pop off, queen. That's really good. Damn.
Yeah, it's like Nope.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Get Out. Good.
Yeah.
You know? And what I did want to talk about is like, I guess this is really sad, but like, we don't have any more. I mean, this has been an issue, but we don't have movies filmed in LA anymore. And what's really nice about this movie, and I guess what's really sad, is the nostalgia of that. Like, the whole thing takes place in Los Angeles.
Yeah, in LA high school.
LA high school, and you see like all these locations, and you're like, I've been on that street. Like when they're walking down from the Jester Theater after he just did like the hacky sack thing,
which was so fun.
I was so
unexpected. I was like, oh, he's leaning into it. This is so charming.
Guys, there's a moment in the film that you guys have to watch, which is like
just performance art.
It's performance art, which is so funny. But there are like in the performance art, there's two like little people who are in it, and they're fantastic, and they are part of the performance art. But one of them does this thing where she gets really close to Freddie Prinze Jr. and goes, it's so funny every single time. It's just, she scares the shit out of him, and it's so weird and awkward, and it's like my kind of humor, and it's great. But anyways, the whole point of She's All That is, and it's kind of the point, it's the same thing that happens in 10 Things I Hate About You, and a lot of these like teen movies in the 90s played on like Shakespeare plays. So this is another iteration of Taming of the Shrew, basically. But the thing of the matter is that Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character is the class president, the hottie, the main guy.
That's the thing. He's like the hottest guy in school and also the smartest one.
The hottest and the smartest guy in school.
Everything going for him. I'll get to my thing about him. Keep going.
There's just so many fun parts. Well, I was gonna say what I like about him in this movie is, I think my hotness for different people changes as I get older. But now to me, he's like very pretty boy and very skinny and like very like, I would never when I was younger watching this, I was like, oh my God, he's so hot. And now I'm like, no, he's like really thin and cute. Yeah. But I just love the way he plays his character, which is pretty down to earth. And the juxtaposition of that with like the over the top characters really helps, because his like true enamorment with the main girl is like very believable because of that. But I do want to tell you guys the plot really quickly. So basically, his character is faced with a bet. His girlfriend at the beginning of the movie breaks up with him, and the movie moves very quickly, which is great. It's but really his fast, girlfriend, Taylor Vaughn, the way the guys describe her is, she's you, man, with tits. Like, she's the best, she's the baddest, she's whatever. She breaks up with him for like this reality TV star who's played by Matthew Lillard. And he's embarrassed, and he's like, his friends are like, he'll never recover from this, like, and he's like, no, that's not true. Like, it's not in your genes. Like, anyone can be hot. Like, it's dependent on how you approach it, like the right person and the right dating. And they're like, oh yeah, well, they bet him basically. And
because the prom is coming up.
Exactly. And they're like, all right, let's settle a bet. Like, I pick this girl, whatever girl for you, and you have to make her like prom queen in 6 weeks. And he's like, all right, I'll take the bet. And so they pick Lainey Bogg, who is like very clearly attractive. Like, they try they try to make her ugly, and it's insane. Like,
she's just like at the worst kind of plain.
Yeah. Like her wig awful.
So bad. But I'm just like, she's just a brunette high schooler. Like,
exactly.
Nothing ugly about her. She's just
nothing ugly about her.
Yeah.
She's
stick thin, as they all were in the 90s. And she,
stick thin, gorgeous, like horrible wig on to make her look bad, and glasses, which I think is a pathetic time, and then just super baggy clothes.
Yeah.
And his whole argument is like, give me fat, give me smelly that I can work with.
But her personality, she's like kind of a grump.
Yeah, like unapproachable. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, man. So the whole thing is, he tries to get her to date him, and at first she's not into it, and then she starts to fall for him, and he starts to fall for her because she's super cool and chill and not like surface. Exactly. And there's that really typical, like, she can't open up because her mom passed away, and then the typical like guy is like, not another princess story, which is like, what?
Sorry, I should have laughed when you said her mom passed away.
Her mom fucking died.
But I was thinking about not another teen movie, because again, they're kind of like lumping together in my brain because I watched them both.
That's so funny that you
She's All That, and then immediately afterward watched that. And in Not Another Teen Movie, the portrait she's drawing of her mom is just a stick figure with giant boobs.
Yeah. I love
So when you're like, her mom died, I was reminded of that.
Isn't Chris Evans in that? And he's like, has like the little cherries and the whipped cream on his chest. Yes. I love that.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, but it's like, it's so, because they need to get to everything so quickly. So the characters all have to have like really huge flaws or like really huge happenings in their lives to like justify everything moving so quickly.
Yeah.
So his is that like, he's so smart, but like he can't commit to like any college because like it's his dad's dream and not his.
This is my qualm with this movie. He has an acceptance letter to every Ivy League college you could possibly want to get into.
It's fucking unrealistic.
And he is dumb. Torn up, and it's his like biggest problem in life that he has all of these options. He has too many options, and that's why life is hard for him.
And I kind of love that Lainey, like,
she kind of calls him out.
She calls him out on it. She's like, hey, you're 18. It's time to be an adult. It's time to make choices. You're going to
have to make decisions sometime.
And I like that he takes her criticism and goes, all right, yeah, I surrender kind of thing. But even his dad, too, his dad's like, I didn't never put this on you. Like,
you manufactured
you're
this
fucking
pressure.
Crazy.
Yeah. I get it, though. But
this is your dream, not mine.
That was the funniest, where he like is sifting through all his acceptance letters, because it sets it up in a really fun way where you think like he's obviously hiding college letters, and you think that it's going to be like all rejections, and it was fun that it was like, oh, he was accepted to all of these places.
And then you're like, okay,
but then you're like, okay,
relax.
Mr. Sad Boy freaking out about all of these incredible options you have. Fuck off. But
that's kind of the plot of the movie. And obviously in the end, she finds out, and then he proves his love for her, and it's very cute and very sweet. But it's a banger. There's a lot of banger moments.
It is a banger. Much like every other movie from this time period that we have watched, there is a fair share of fat jokes. Also, speaking of kill yourself, from call back to the Instagram reel I was talking about. There is one of the first scene, or the first scene, I think, with Lainey. She's in an art class, and two little rich bitch artsy gals comes up to her, and they were like, you have such a great style. We were just discussing when we were like abroad.
So evil.
When we were, I don't remember where they were, but we were abroad, and we were just discussing your style, and that most really great painters don't get appreciated until after they die. So I think you should kill yourself, is literally what they say. And that's like in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Just horrible.
I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
Which sets it up because like later on, don't worry, the girl gets her dues. Like
she does.
She's drunk in the bathroom. And she's
beautiful. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. No.
She does do a beautiful thing, but I really love it because she tries to help her, and then that same bitchy girl is like super drunk. She just threw up. There's like vomit all over her face, and she's like barely cognizant. And Lainey tries to help her, and she's like, "How does it feel? How does it feel? I got into like the best art college I want. I have the budget for it. And you're stuck at this party cleaning up my vomit."
Yeah, she's a real bitch.
And then Lainey, like a bunch of like oil pastels falls out of this bitch's like bag. And Lainey's like, oh, really? She paints her fucking face, which is like the bare minimum. Like,
yeah.
That is.
Also, she puts on like dragged like clown makeup. Like she looks kind of fierce, and I was like, oh, she probably drew a dick on her forehead or something, you know, like you would expect. Which again, props to this movie for doing like being a little unexpected at times when you think you're gonna get, you know, a dick or something on the face. But it's like a really well done makeup design of a clown makeup, and it doesn't even look bad. I'm just like, you're at high school, and of course you're traumatized.
And it also feels a little metaphoric because that girl, like when we see her art in the beginning, it's also like very clown like.
Oh,
so she's just drawing on her face and is like being like, you're a clown. It's fine if you missed it. I've watched this movie, guys, so many fucking times. Like, I have it seared in my memory.
There's so many layers. I need to
yeah,
rewatch
there's
it.
a lot of like really evil, mean things, like the kill yourself, and also like the way Taylor just dumps
She's a piece of
wine,
shit.
the wine down her dress.
Yeah, it's not even like pretending to spill it on her. She pours red
it's
wine
like
down
evil.
her
It's not like
dress.
it's like she fucking shoves it on.
Yeah. I'm like, is this what high school? This is not the high school experience I
They're
had.
they all look. By the way, they all look like they're 30. This is such a common thing. Like, none of them look like they're in high school, but whatever. We suspend our belief. And then there's a lot of really fun moments in the movie that are super like gross and icky and a good time. The beginning of the movie, where she's about to spit a whole fucking loogie.
Oh yeah,
in her brother's drink. I was like, damn, you did not have to actually commit to this. She like
hawks it up.
He like doesn't know she's about to do it either. He's like in his room. He can't tell that she's gonna do it.
And she like does it, and then she slurps it back up.
Yeah, and then she slurps her spit back up, and you're like, all right.
You know, she committed.
Another fun little zinger where I'm like, this is so lame and so like corny. The first shot of Freddie Prinze Jr. pulling up to the school, his license plate says Mr. Prez, which is like, all right.
Because he's the class presidente.
And it's funny because his picture is in the hallway when he's walking into the high school, and you can tell like Freddie Prinze Jr. as the actor is like, this is lame. I'm being forced to look at that picture of myself, because he like stops and admires himself and then like keeps walking, and you can tell he's like, the director like made him do that. Like he was like, this is a lot. Like this is, we don't need it. But okay.
Just walk on by.
Good thing.
It would be kind of fun if they did just have him walk by and it was like an Easter egg that it, like, again, if you watch the movie a billion times like Jane has, you catch it, you're like, oh wait, that's a picture of him on the wall. Yeah, it would be kind of fun. But
there's definitely all these movies have weird little things that the directors had more leniency to put in that are so fun to rewatch now. Another little, speaking of Easter eggs, Freddie Prinze Jr. is married to Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I was under the impression that they had first met on the set of Scooby-Doo. But a little Easter egg, which is, it's so weird too, because me and Dagny talked about this, like celebrity cameos, I guess. Sarah Michelle Gellar is in the cafeteria scene where
towards the end of the movie, right?
Yeah, where the main girl's brother gets bullied, Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, Kieran Culkin.
She's in the cafeteria scene. She doesn't say anything. She just like hands her plate off, but she's in it. And mind you guys, this is 1999. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is already on TV. It's been on for a bit. Like, she's big.
Yeah.
It was just such a weird thing. And it's also such a weird thing because like in a couple of years, she's going to meet Freddie Prinze Jr. again on set, and like they will get married.
That's so
and
cute.
she's just in that movie for a second, and that's her like future husband that she doesn't even know. That's like, that's his movie. It's just kind of cool, kind of crazy.
Cute. I was, when we were talking, we were cheating and talking about this a little bit before we started recording, but I compared it to when Miley Cyrus made a cameo at the end of, I think it's High School Musical 2, where it's just like a big pool party scene and Miley Cyrus is just there. Yeah, she's just there. And
exactly.
like, oh, well, I mean, that's fun. It's fun seeing these people in different places.
It is. I think that was the point. I think it was like, this is less like, I don't know. I feel like everything needs to have a point now. And in some of these movies, the reason why they're so good and so rewatchable is because some of them were just like, this is just fun. We're just going to pop this person in here because it's fun and they'll have a good time and whatever. The last thing I want to mention before I hand it off to you is there are parts of this movie that really aren't, that are, they don't minimize who she is as a woman. And I really appreciate that because like there are a lot of movies where it's like, oh, she's just a ditz or oh, whatever. This movie really, there's a really great line. I was talking to Dagny about it before, but they're at the beach. And the main nerdy girl, you know, she like has to meet all his popular friends. And she's really nervous. And she's laying on her towel. And one of the guys is like, you want to play volleyball with us? And so one of the popular girls is like, Lainey doesn't want to play with you guys. She's going to hang with us. And he's like, why? I think Lainey can like answer for herself. Mm-hmm. She's like, well, no offense, Lainey, but like I've seen you in gym class and you run like a girl. And I love that she goes, I am a girl. And then she's like, you know what? I'm in. Like, I'm going to go play. I don't know. There's something. And she doesn't. What's nice in the movie is she's not good. They don't make her like
she's bad.
spontaneously good. She's bad. And there's no issue with that. And
yeah, they're all still
it's adorable and it's great. And they all still have a good time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to lay off the mic for a second so you can
you're
jump
good.
in.
Honestly, most of my stuff is what you already talked about, except for the Usher of it all.
Usher.
The most, I would say, most unhinged thing about this movie for me.
I knew you were gonna have a good time with that, so I left it for you.
That Usher like MCs the school morning announcements, but they clearly had Usher for maybe 2 days, and he was never on set. He was in an isolated booth somewhere, but they have his voice be like the morning announcements, but the morning announcements like call out people individually, like Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character. He's like, you know, breakups are hard, but you'll bounce back. It's the morning announcements for everybody, but it's singling out people.
But it's just signaling out people, and it's wild.
I mean, it's a good way to like progress the plot in a way and like get, you know, reactions out of the actors, or like have extra moments to see them react or interacting in their whatever the fuck environment. But sorry, I'm dying. At the prom at the end, which is really also completely choreographed dance that they're like, let's dance, and then it's all and they're, what are they dancing to? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm coming back to life. No, if only I had actually made notes.
I just pulled up the lore to the dance scene, so after you talk about it, you can read it.
Oh, no, this is whatever song they're dancing to. I thought the words were
the one at the prom night.
Yeah, what is that song?
Take back now, funk soul brother.
Yes, I always thought that song was saying, right about now, the funk so rubber. Check it out now. And when we watched it with subtitles, I was like, that can't be right. It's rubber. They're saying rubber.
It's funk soul brother.
They are saying funk soul brother, and I guess am the only person who thought that was the.
That's an iconic song, and I love that it's in that movie.
Yeah, and
but that dance scene is so fucking random, right?
It's very strange that it's like a full dance number. I was like, why can't we just be dancing at a prom? But I can read whatever you put in front of me.
Well, I just pulled it up for you because you were talking about it. I was like, here you go. It's just some lore.
Yeah, okay. Let me read off the screen.
I love the cinematographer's like, this. I did not know how this was going to fit.
Oh, this is the cinematographer?
Yeah, he was like, this
was... he said, okay, as a cinematographer, Andrew Shankman. That's what it is.
Andrew Shankman.
I kept trying to understand the dancing because I was concerned that tonally it wouldn't match the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't. Rob has a musical background. And Rob, whatever the fuck. I forgot that he directed this.
Rob, whatever the fuck.
Has a musical background, and he was really committed to this idea. And so I was like, listen, brother, I'll do my best, the best I can, and you'll have to figure it out. And then Rob Iskov, director. Wait, Rob Marshall. I'm assuming Rob Marshall, right? Hold on.
You gotta pull it up.
I
don't remember.
had done any research on this. Maybe it's not Rob Marshall.
I think it's great that the director was like, no, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's highly entertaining.
And his explanation, the director's explanation was like, we have so little time between her getting to the prom and finding out if she's prom queen or not. He was like, I needed to build up the tension. There needed to be something.
Okay. Yeah, he's saying, look in the script. If you take the dance number out of the prom scene, which is pretty much the climax of the movie, is she going to be prom queen or is she not going to be prom queen? It's very short. So I wanted to expand it and give it more screen time. So I wanted to show Bob and Harvey, this is what you can do with a dance on film. Jane, I can't read.
This is the hey
I
guys,
can't read.
welcome. This is the part of the podcast where Dagny reads from a screen, and it's my favorite part.
It's so hard. I
And
need
it-
to write things down.
It sounds really hard, and it's not. And the whole time, by the way, when you're reading it, all of it makes sense. You're just stopping after all of it. So you're like, so it's just this way. Oh, I can't do this, and I'm like, you just said so. It's just this way. We understood.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Yeah.
Usher of it all. That's my last thought on this.
Usher.
In the prom scene, he's DJing the prom, but he is never in the room of the prom. So they keep cutting to him. It's just a generic background.
Yeah, they absolutely recorded, like they absolutely shot with him separately.
Yeah, he's in just like a studio, and they set it up, and he's like, as if talking to a crowd, clearly not there. And then there is a shot from the auditorium of the DJ, and it is so clearly not Usher, but it's just a guy with his hat kind of low, and he's like bopping around. And if you watch it, you're like, that's not even kind of Usher.
That, by the way, that's the same thing with the hacky sack scene. The faraway shots is not Freddie Prinze Jr.
No.
It's and it's like so obvious that it's a stunt guy. I'm like, guys, come on, because they stay on the shot for so long.
I know. They stayed on the shot for the DJ for so long, and I was like,
That's
maybe
not
it's
Usher.
just me, like,
That's not Usher.
nowadays, and understanding that film they can do that. But I felt like it was pretty clear that I'm like, no, that's not Usher at all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was very funny, very entertaining. Overall, though, this movie, I had a great time. I had never seen it before. I kind of thought it was going to be another teen movie. And in a sense, it was, but it also like wrote the blueprint for those movies in a way, because it is one of the first.
Yeah, there's so many good music numbers in it. Of course, a lot of 90s movies had good music numbers in it. And the thing that I'll talk about again and again about this film is it's quick. Like, I really appreciate a concise film.
Yeah.
It's not a complicated film, so it doesn't require to be long. It's not pulled out. It's not annoying. It's just like the conflict starts right away. He gets to school. He's the big guy. She's the nerdy girl. He gets broken up with. Now he has the bet. Boom. We're in it like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's fast and it's great. And the other thing I wanted to say is, if you're looking, this film is full of cameos, but the funniest and strangest one to me by far is Lil Kim, because
I never would have put that together.
yeah, it's wild. She plays like one of the minions that follows around the popular girl, and she's so not herself. Like, or maybe she is herself, but she's not her rap persona.
Mm-hmm.
It is wild. You're just like, what? But it's Lil Kim. It's Lil Kim.
That's Lil Kim.
But
And she's cute. She's cute as a button in this movie.
she's cute as a button in this movie. All the actors did really good. Like, everything's really good. Especially, like, a lot of the lines. You know what I found? I found a lot of the lines were corny. But because the actors knew that and felt that, their delivery was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And Anna Paquin's character is so funny, and I also really like the realistic relationship between Freddie Prinze Jr. and Anna Paquin, who's his sister.
Yeah.
Like, their relationship
It's
is
really
like
nice.
it's really nice, and it's like actual sibling relationship. Like, they're not like fuck you, fine, I'll help you. They're like, hey, you get your head out of your ass. All right, you're right. Or, hey, I really messed up, but you know what? The best thing I can do is, like, the most innocent and best thing I can do is, like, take my sister to prom with me.
Yeah.
It's just really precious. Like, I don't know. I really appreciated that, because that's a relationship I have with my siblings. And, like, I feel like most of the time that's a relationship that people have with their siblings. I feel like this whole, like, I hate you, I can't talk to you relationship is so
It feels mostly
unnecessary.
Just TV. I mean,
TV.
I know that does exist in real life, but it's not as common as what like media makes it out to be. I'm like, I so rarely see people who are like, I fucking hate my brother. I fucking hate. I'm
exactly. Or also the main girl and her brother, you know.
Yeah, she's like just taking care of him.
She just takes care of him, and he loves her, and he protects her. You know, when Freddie Prinze Jr. fucks up, he's like, "Don't call back here, asshole!" Like,
it's so cute.
yeah, he's protecting her. He's like, this,
Kieran Culkin.
I know. So it's
like, don't call back here, asshole.
And then he's like, "I'm sorry, I called you an asshole."
Yeah,
It's just so cute. Yeah, the whole film. I think if you haven't seen it, definitely give it a watch. I think as a whole, it stands up to time because it's, first of all, very inclusive.
Yeah.
very inclusive, has a very like
Yeah, they never like poke fun. I mean, they like make fun of her, but it's never in like a cruel way, I would say. Like, I don't know how to
who
Lainey. Like, I feel
they
like
make fun of Lainey in a cruel way.
I get. Yes, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I was gonna say like it's very inclusive in terms of like minority. Like there's a huge black cast in this movie.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of, and they're not like small characters. Would it be nice if they were main characters? Sure. Like the main characters, sure. Like obviously the love interests are two white people.
Is like
who?
Dule Hill from Psych and Holes.
Dule Hill, dude. Gabrielle Union.
Yeah,
badass bitch.
They're both like the secondary characters of the popular,
and they're dope.
group.
Like
I
love her character arc. Like she has a subtle character arc where she slowly like also falls in love with Lainey and like respects her and like wants to be her friend. It's great.
It is great, Jane.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in this.
There's a lot. There's a huge cast.
Let's do a read through. Do a quick read through of the cast and like the director, just so we can respect that, because I feel bad. I feel like we were like this guy.
Yeah, she's all that. I feel like she doesn't look like herself on the art. I always thought she was somebody different. Oh, that is Wikipedia. Let me go to IMDb where it's organized and civilized. Wikipedia is all the whack all over the place. Okay, so we got Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yar.
Rachel Lee Cook.
Yar.
Matthew Lillard.
Yar.
Paul Walker. R.I.P. Jodie Lynn O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the like bitchy art girl.
Yeah.
Kevin Pollak, Anna Paquin, Kieran Culkin, Academy Award winner. Eldon Henson is like her buddy, and he is in Daredevil.
Yeah.
He's so good. I had to put it together. I was like, why does his face look so familiar? And he's in Daredevil.
He's a baby in this.
Oh, pretty unknown. Usher. I'm joking. Lil Kim, Gabrielle Union, Dule Hill, Tamara Mello. You know.
That's one of the popular girls.
Yeah, I think so. Clea Duvall. Tim Matheson. Okay, we're getting to just like real secondary cast now.
It's so weird. Anne Paquin isn't there?
She is. I thought. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, you did.
She was after Kevin Pollak, who plays Wayne Boggs, the dad.
Oh yeah, Kevin Pollak is so good in that. Oh my god,
he's so
subtle in it, and so like he doesn't. I love that moment where he's so focused on Jeopardy he doesn't realize all those soccer boys are cleaning his house.
Yes, and he also is like has the wrong answer, or like he's like,
every time is the wrong answer. Yeah, and one of the soccer boys is like Gutenberg, and he goes, "What? Who are you people, and what are you doing in my house?"
I love it. No, he was really charming.
Yeah, the one thing that's that's unrealistic is obviously the way he pursues her. Like, I know it's under a bet, but even still, like, it's supposed to be like he loves her this much that he pursues her this hard. It always makes me like nostalgic for like a love like that does not exist. It's very much a movie love that like sets up expectations that are insane. Like, show up to her house anyways, even though she told you not to. Like,
yeah, it's not good in that sense.
Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't really hold up. But I think overall,
I think it holds up pretty well.
I think this movie holds up.
Give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd give it a
7 out of 10.
I would say out of
7.5
percentages, 86% out of 100.
Damn, yeah.
It's a good film. It's not like a Criterion film, but it's a cozy film. You can watch it whenever.
Yeah, it was a lovely watch. I was expecting it to not be as fun as it was, and then
But yeah, that moment where that little person goes, so good. It's my favorite. Hacky sack. Freddie Prinze Jr. doing performance art is also really fun.
The whole performance art scene was kind of when I was sold on the movie. If you watch it, you'll understand why.
Well, it's fun too because she's testing him clearly, and she's like, he's gonna fucking fall on his face, and he doesn't. He
doesn't. He commits, and I respect it. But I think
I'm so sorry if I like bulldoze this.
No,
episode.
You love this movie. I was hoping you would talk all about it.
But you know what? I left the best part to you, which was Usher.
Honestly, highlight of the film is Usher every time in his little cave wherever they filmed him.
It's so funny.
It's very funny how clearly he's not even near set. But yeah, watch She's All That.
Why'd she's all that?
It's all that. Sorry.
It's
I can't
okay.
stop clearing my throat.
It's okay. I ripped ass.
You did. I'm really curious what that's going to sound like. If you want to give us your opinions on Jane's fucking farts and burps on the episode, please email us at howyaholdingup@gmail.com. We would love to read your thoughts on farts and poop jokes, and also if there's any movies, media, whatever you can possibly think of that you would like us to review. We're happy to take those suggestions and run with them.
And guys, I promise we'll get back to our 2 episodes, like kind of spread out in the month.
March
next
was
month.
crazy.
March has been
It's on
kicking
me.
our asses. No, it's not. It's on. We're both. March has been kicking our asses, and April will probably be too. But we'll get back to it.
I am now moved fully, so that at least is done.
Also, a bunch of people told me that they sent emails, so we definitely should check them.
Oh, I was just trying to sign in and I couldn't remember our password. I
Well,
have
we
it written
can
down somewhere.
We can check them on the next sode.
Yeah.
But we're definitely not recording right after this.
We're definitely not recording right after this. So email us with your thoughts. But this has been the podcast. It's been lovely having you.
It has been.
Alrighty. Well, bye, Jane.
Bye, Dagny.